If you are an F2P player and planning to pull in 5.3, you are doomed. And I'm not exaggerating, 5.3 is going to be the patch that you will remember for a long time. The reason is that Arlecchino might rerun alongside Mavuika banner. Yeah, insane, isn't it? Save up to 20% on Chaska and Liney banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. The source of this information is none other than HomDG-Cat, a reliable insider who has consistently provided accurate updates. If you've followed previous leaks, you'll know HomDG-Cat has a solid track record, especially when it comes to character banners and patch details. While it's always important to wait for official announcements, the accuracy of HomDG-Cat's past predictions gives this information a lot of weight. So, if they're saying Mavuika and Arlecchino will both be featured in 5.3, it's something to seriously consider as you plan your pulls. That being said, always take early details with a grain of salt. Things can change before the official reveals. But based on this source's history, this looks pretty solid. Now, the source didn't specifically mention which phase Arlecchino will rerun in. She could appear in the same phase as Mavuika, or possibly alongside Citlali. Either way, if you're an F2P player, this is going to be tough, like very tough. Mavuika, as the Pyro Archon, is already highly anticipated. Her gameplay was just revealed, and it looks unique and fun. Let's be honest, she's an Archon, so she's bound to be incredibly valuable on any account. But Arlecchino has her own dedicated fanbase, and many players have been waiting for her rerun. If both characters are in the same phase, it's going to be almost impossible to choose between them unless you've been saving like crazy. And don't forget, Citlali is also arriving in the second phase, so things won't get easier later on. Let's be real, this 5.3 lineup feels like a calculated move by the developers. Placing Mavuika and Arlecchino in the same patch, possibly even in the same phase, isn't a coincidence. It's clearly a strategy to encourage players to spend their saved Primogems. Think about it. Mavuika is the Pyro Archon, a must-pull for many players. Arlecchino, on the other hand, has been highly anticipated since her initial release. Both characters have massive fan bases, and having them so close together puts players in a difficult position. For free-to-play players, it's almost a trap, forcing you to choose one and potentially miss out on the other. Even for spenders, this might be a stretch if you're not prepared. It's a clever way to push players to pull now and perhaps even purchase Primogems to secure both characters. It feels like Hoyoverse really knows how to keep us hooked. HomDG-Cat also shared information about the 4-star characters in this patch. The lineup includes Chevreuse, Rosaria, and Bennett, all strong choices. Bennett is always a top-tier support, Rosaria has her unique utility, and Chevreuse can fit into specific team compositions. On top of that, we're getting a brand new 4-star character from Liyue, who will be given for free during the Lantern Rite event. That's fantastic news, since it gives everyone a chance to add a fresh face to their roster without spending Primogems. Now here's the hard truth. If you're a free-to-play player or low on resources, this patch is going to be incredibly challenging. You'll need to plan carefully and decide who you truly want to pull for. If you're aiming for Mavuika, Arlecchino, or Citlali, it might be wise to skip other banners in 5.2 and start saving right now. Let me know in the comments who you're planning to pull for in 5.3. Are you going for Mavuika, Arlecchino, or Citlali? Or are you holding out for the free 4-star character from Liyue? Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. There's a lot more to come as we get closer to 5.3. And if you want to save up to 20% on Genesis crystals, visit lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.